So we are now recording. Hello there, everybody, and welcome to tonight's masterclass. It's so lovely to see you here. For those of you who don't know me, because there is a couple of people here that don't, I'm Joanne, and I'm the Confident You. So I'm going to put my slides on, and then we are going to start. Now, I'm just going to share. Then I've just learned you record before you share. Right, can you all see that? Brilliant. Okay, so hello there, everybody. So I am Joanne, for those of you who don't know me, but I'm sure some of you do. And I am going to talk you through this masterclass. But it's not just going to be me talking all the way through. I am going to be asking you to do just a couple of things, but you don't have to if you don't want to. So please don't feel that you have to. Don't feel intimidated. So with this masterclass, I'm assuming you're all on here because thank you for those of you who are coming on to support this masterclass, but also those of you who may want a little bit more extra in knowing how to feel confident. I'm going to go through it all with you tonight, why we get scared, how we can feel more confident. I'm going to be sharing hints and tips with you and just giving you a few little facts just to think about. But before I go on, I'm just going to tell you, please work. Oh no, hold on. Why? Aha, there you go. I'm going to tell you just a little bit about me, all right? Because you might be thinking, well, who am I to tell you about going online or going on screen, being confident, using one of these, a mobile phone. This mobile phone, if you've all got one, which I'm sure you all have, is one of the most amazing things that you will all need, not just for going live, pressing a button and speaking to it, but it can hold all your branding shots for your businesses. It can take amazing photographs. It's not the phones that we remember when we were younger, when all you did was dial something and pick it up and speak to your phone. So let's just tell you a little bit more about me. Here's my family. By the way, this is going to be rather visual because it's all about having pictures, knowing you can take pictures, and all the pictures you are going to see are all from this phone here. So everything, there's no stock photos in here at all. I think just one later on. Here's my family. Here is my grandchildren to the right here. I'm just going to go down there. Here's my grandchildren. And to the left, or the right of the screen, you can see me with my husband, my three children, Kobe, Anya, and Jade, my mother-in-law and my brother-in-law. There is a son-in-law and a daughter-in-law somewhere along the way, but they're not on these particular pictures. I did not want to bore you with a whole family album all night. That is not what this is about. But I did want to tell you just a little bit about where I'm coming from, just so you know how I've got this knowledge and how I've got this experience that I'm going to be putting on to you tonight. So, why do I know so much about being confident in front of the screen or in front of this lens? It's because I've spent most of my life, I think, since my high school days, when it goes all the way back to the school play. So I would have been about 14 and I got the lead role in Hobson's Choice as Maggie, and that was it. I was hooked. So from then on, I always wanted to be on the stage, be in front of camera, just be out there. So here's just a few pictures of something that you can see here. I have been in the film, which has gone to the film festivals. There I am, lucky enough last year to work with Dame Maureen Lipman on a film. And right at the bottoms, you can see I'm talking on stages. One stage is an event called Social Impact Live. And the one right in the corner where I'm wearing a flowery dress, that was actually on a cruise ship, because I do work on cruise ships as a drama tutor, but they got me speaking on this particular time. So I am not scared to speak in front of the public. I am not scared to speak on stage, and I'm not scared to press that button and speak on my socials. I don't know if anybody watches the programme Benidorm, but I got the amazing chance to be in Benidorm because we went to live in Spain. So whilst I was out there in Spain, I opened a drama school, and I opened a drama school for the expat children, the English-speaking children, but also Spanish children came as well. And whilst there, they were filming good old Benidorm. So I happened to get in there as a supporting artiste. Then when they realised I was an actor, I was offered this wonderful day with Johnny Vegas, and this 30-second scene, maybe it's 45 seconds, still on ITV now, still on Netflix, took all day to film. And they needed somebody who was competent in front of their cameras because it was different angles. But we're lucky, we don't have different angles to worry about. All we have to worry about is one little thing over here, that little lens there on our phones. And that's how we, as business people, this is how we carry on in our quest to be seen on social media. So I have done some workshops. There you go, Nadine. There you are. You're in one of them. And this was a workshop in Prestwick. So I have done face-to-face workshops, and I have done one-to-ones. So the workshops, they are very practical in learning how to get seen online. But this is an online one. So it's going to be completely different, but still along the same lines. You're still going to be learning quite a lot. Here I am on stage in front of quite a lot of people. I did it again this year, and there was actually more. There's about 100 ladies in this particular room that time, but I've done it recently in front of 150. So speaking, having the confidence to speak, whether you're wanting to speak in front of your camera for your socials, whether you're walking into a room, I'm going to show you the next picture, whether you're even in a room such as a networking room, doing your 60 seconds can be quite nerve-wracking for a lot of people, because as you're sitting there listening to what's going on, you know that around the table, each person's got their own 60-second intro, and it's coming up to you soon, and your heart can start going like this, and you're not actually listening to the intro of the person next to you, because all you're thinking of is, oh my God, it's me next, it's me next, it's me next. So this is where having the ability, what I'm going to talk to you about tonight, will help you get over those belly wobbles of that sort of fear. And I'm just going to go back. You can also speak in a room, in a smaller room as well. This was also on a stage in a smaller area. It was actually in a tent at a festival called Romani Fest, as you can see. It says Romani Fest behind. So there are various ways that you can speak, whether it be on stage or your good old mobile phone. And this is what I love to specialize in, literally having the confidence to pick it up, press that record button and speak to your camera. It's not as nerve-wracking as you believe it is. But when I'm not on stages and when I'm not in network rooms, this is where I am. In here, this is where I am right now. This is like an open plan room, an open plan kitchen, and I make this area into my workspace. So when I'm not out and about, I will be on my laptop, either doing what else I do. I'm a celebrant as well. So I'll be writing weddings or doing things like planning masterclasses and planning these slides, what you're going to see tonight. So that's what I do. Now, I'm going to ask you a question in a minute, in a few moments. I'm going to just put this screen on so I can see you a little bit more. And I'm going to ask you what your fears are. So have a little think, because in my next slide, I have 4 reasons why you may have this belly wobble thing to not go online. So have you shown up on your social medias before you've come on here tonight? And what I'd love you to do is put a number in the chat below, just so I can see where we're up to with you. So number 1, have you never, ever shown up online or spoken to a video yet? Have you, number 2, have you done the odd live or the record, but not many? I can see the chat's going, but I can't quite see it at the minute. I'm just going to just pull it up and see what you're looking at. what I can see. Hold on. Brilliant. And I'll have a look at that in a moment. I'm loving the numbers. I'm okay. Number 3, I'm okay turning up on video, but I hate having my picture taken. Some people absolutely hate having the picture taken. Or is there any other reason why you're here? Just put a number 4, and then I might ask you what that reason is. So let me just see where we're up to. Hi Faz. Hello Penny. Hi everybody from Faz. Carol, 3. You're a 3. So you're okay turning up on video. I knew somebody had told me you hate having the picture taken. It was you. You don't like having your picture taken. And I think that's absolutely amazing. And I'm going to help you with that, Carol. Not today, but another day. Leanne, you're a number 2. You've been on the odd live or record. Nadine, never, ever, ever, ever. That's amazing. Samantha, you're a 2. Penny, you're a 2 and a 3. Caroline, you're between a 2 and a 3, but you don't mind pictures. Hayley, you're a 2. Yuli, you're a 3. Oh, I'm loving all of this, all these different reasons. Kelly, you've never shown up. Great, I've got a nice job for you all to do later on. Faz, you're a 2. This is absolutely excellent. Thank you so much for that. Let me just get the chat out of my way. So, because otherwise I can't see my slides. Thank you so much for that. That is absolutely brilliant. I just need to know where you're all coming from. Now, does any of this sound like you? Let me just move this out of my way because this little thing is in my way. Thank you. It's gone. Do you have these thoughts? These thoughts will probably go in your head, but believe me, it's not just you thinking them. So I'd just like to know in the chat, any of these you? You hate the sound of your voice. You don't think you look good on camera. You feel stupid. What if I mess up? Am I too old to start worrying about lives? That was me. That was me at one point, honestly, because I'm 61 and I thought, what, Joanne, what are you doing? Everybody's 20 who does this. Who wants me? Honestly, that was true. I don't have any makeup on today. That's also me sometimes. I clam up when I begin talking to a lens. I get too nervous. My mouth goes dry, my stomach goes into knots. No one will want to listen to what I'm saying, and I can talk to a crowd, but I clam up when I'm in front of a camera lens. So let me just see in the chat where we're up to with this one. I'd just love to see. All of the above, all of them, quite a few of them. Me too, I'm 62 next month. I love that one. Penny, the last one. I can talk to a crowd, but need a character to talk to a lens. I don't look good on camera. You do, Penny. Honestly, I've seen you on camera. You look lovely. I'm worried I'll forget my lines. That's Yuli. Most of them, I clam up when my brain starts working. I hate the sound of my own voice. Faz, you've got a beautiful voice because I hear it very often. So just to let you know, these are all natural thoughts. Everybody thinks. And I'm just wondering, when you think about these thoughts, who has ever mentioned these thoughts to you? And why can't I go to my next slide? There it is. So we have these thoughts going on in our minds. Who will take me seriously? Why don't I want to speak? Is it a fear of imposter syndrome? Is it a fear of you feel you've not got the knowledge that you believe you have? Or do you feel your family will laugh at you? What is stopping you from actually picking up this little thing? It's a little phone, pressing that button and speaking into the camera. Now, I'm going to tell you later on why we need to do that, the way our world is moving forward. But I'm going to tell you something. It's only you stopping you from doing it because you're the one with these thoughts, and only you can change your thought process. So I'm just going to put a few more. I want to have a show of hands. I can't see you all at the moment. Have a show of hands. I can only see 6 of you, which is a shame. Has anybody ever told you any of these, or is it all in your head? Would somebody like to unmute and tell me if anybody has been told they've got a bad voice, they don't look good on film? Has anybody been physically told that by anybody? Would anybody like to unmute and answer? None of you?
Oh, well.
Penny?
Okay, so the answer to your question is no. Nobody's told me any of those things specifically. But I think I was told that I wasn't good enough to do the thing that I really, really, really wanted to do when I was a child. And I think I've carried that with me into the rest of everything else.
So
And
would
also, I was a very quiet child and I wanted to be an actor. And everyone's like, but you're too quiet. And I think that's kind of overridden everything else. So I got used to being on a stage. And I think because I've covered myself, I'm fine pretending I'm an actor, if in case anyone hasn't worked that out yet. I'm fine pretending, but being myself on camera is just, and we talked about this, didn't we? And
yeah.
you
So
very
you
kindly talked me through some stuff. And yeah, so it's kind of, for me, it's a fear of being myself and judged as myself.
and that's because you've taken that thought with you.
Yeah.
Or was it a teacher who said that to you?
No, it was a godparent. To be fair,
Ah,
it was a very specific thing. It was ballet dancing. And I was asked if I'd be happy just being in the corps de ballet. And I was 10. And I'm like, no, I want to be the swan, obviously. And at that's when I switched at 10. I was like, okay, so if I can't do that, what am I going to do? I'll be an actor.
okay. Well, I'm glad
So
to know
yeah.
that it stopped you from doing absolutely everything. But the fact, this is what happens. Somebody will say something to you, even when you're 5, and you will carry it on through. This is why we have sometimes the thoughts we have, or it could be something we believe and we've not been told anything. Thank you for that, Penny. I really appreciate
Okay.
that. Does anybody else want to, if you could just mute back up again for me, thank you. Would
Yeah.
anybody else like to unmute? Let's have one more person. Any more volunteers? No?
Here, I'll jump in there. I
Okay.
think I had some feedback on the back of a business academy that I did around my 30 seconds. And I sort of feel that that has sort of stuck by certain, like, I needed to be a bit more rappy, I need to come across more confident, and I needed to project my voice. And I think every time now I go to any networking event or give a presentation in work, them thoughts comes back to my head.
And does that stop you, or does that stop you from saying anything totally, or you still do it, but you've still got this fear?
I think as a result of the feedback, just to allude to what you've already said earlier on, is that when you're going around the room and you know it's going to be your next person, you're the next person to do it, all these things go racing through your mind.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, well, thank you so much for telling me that. I want to say to you, Rick, you are you, and we're all different. And just because somebody doesn't project or isn't as confident as the other person, it doesn't matter. If we were all the same type of people, the world would be boring. So you have to be you, remember that. But please watch the rest of my slides and hopefully that will unfold. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming on and saying that.
Thank you.
I'm just going to go back to just having a little one. Otherwise, I can't, a little screen thing. Otherwise, I can't see my slides. So this can sound like something that you can take through to your life to stop you. And I think I was worried about my family laughing at me. But tonight, I've been so proud of what I'm going to do tonight. I've actually forwarded them what I'm doing and I'm telling them what I'm doing. And they're not on watching me, but they've not even wished me good luck because they go, oh, mum, now what are you doing? That was my fear for a long time, but I've got over it now. It's fine. We have to get over these things somehow. But why do we need to be seen? So we need to be seen because we are our businesses. We're a photographer. We do AI apps. We make we sell glasses, we do all sorts of things. And that was being on social media, being on social media was not preliminary what we wanted to do. We just wanted to get on in our own businesses, but advertising changed and how we advertise ourselves changed. But gone are the days where, you know, I mean, anybody on here old enough, remember, we always used to maybe put in a newspaper or print a poster, a little leaflet, go round doors, shove the leaflets in the doors. Gone are those days. But now all we have to do is literally go on here, go on live on our TikToks or our Facebook or our Instagrams, pick up one of these, press a button or put pictures on, and we can get our businesses and us advertised out there to our ideal clients, to our future clients, and they can get to know us by seeing us online. And there's something called branding as well. You can see their brand, okay? We're all being told, be a brand, be a brand, be your brand. How do we be a brand? Well, that's nothing to do with tonight's webinar, but just by showing up in our brand, however we are. I mean, if you look at that little picture there, Louis Vuitton bags, Coca-Cola, things like that, they're all a brand. We can sometimes see a colour and we know the brand. But if we come on and speak when we're on our Instagrams, on our Facebook, on our TikToks, whatever our chosen social media platform is, we are our own brands because people buy from people. So how are they going to want to buy from you, Rick, if they don't know you? Now, it doesn't mean you've got to be this big, bold, brashy person who's got to project. Doesn't matter. Penny has got a different voice tone than you just then. And believe me, I enjoyed listening to both of you as equally as well. Do you know what I mean? So it doesn't really matter. You are you and you can't change it. So that's why we need to be seen. Because look at this slide very, very quickly. I'm not going to go through it. The silent generation, they had absolutely nothing. The baby boomers, that's me. I used to go around and put leaflets through doors and put poster on windows and stuff like that when I was starting out on my entrepreneur journey, even back then. You've got the Generation X. You've got all these 25 to 40-year-olds. They're into Facebook. They're into Instagram because it was launched. They don't know life before Facebook, before Instagram. And then you've got TikTok. And the next thing you see is all these people dancing on TikTok. When that came out, I thought, what on earth is that? Why would anybody want to dance on TikTok? Now I do it. Hey ho. But the way forward is AI. AI's been out for years, but it's just coming now into the present. And a lot of people are using it. And also we've got this wonderful thing called Canva. And you can get your imagination. If you have a vision in your head, you can get posts out there using Canva, and they make it so easy for you to have your brand, put a few Canva things there. That's if you know how to use it, and do a few of pressing your buttons on your phone, and there you have it. You've got all your advertising, but boom, done. And it reaches a whole audience. That's why we need to do all of this. Now, I'm going to tell you a little story. Who remembers? I need to just try and get you all up if I can. I don't know if I can. Who remembers Blockbuster? Is anybody old enough to remember Blockbuster? I can't see some hands up, but I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. Blockbuster is how I used to watch films, okay? So you'd go to a shop. It was a video shop selling VHSs, and you'd get your VHS off the shelf. You'd hire it for the week. You'd pay your hire fee, and they loved it if you were late. So you might be late bringing your VHS back, and you got fined. And Blockbuster were all over the UK. So they had 91 stores throughout the UK from 1985 to 2013. And it was great. But VHS all went a bit obsolete at one point. So I've got to just read this. I'm going to have to move this a little bit. I'm just going to move it down here. Like any giant confident in its success, Blockbuster did not see the changes coming. With the arrival of the digital technologies and the internet, consumer habits began to change. In 2000, Reed Hastings, the founder of Netflix, was offered to sell Blockbuster for the company for $50 million. But the executives rejected the offer, confident that their bricks and mortar business model would continue forever. But did it? Because what happened? This happened. Netflix happened. And that was the end of going out there, going to a shop, getting your VHS film, because all you had to do was turn on your television and watch Netflix for your films. So unfortunately, Blockbuster was no more. My local Blockbuster, which is around the corner from here, is now an Indian restaurant. A very nice one, though. I'm going to ask you something else. Has anybody heard of the word paradigm? Just put in the chat a yes or a no. Have you heard of this word paradigm? I need to get you back up here again. Ah, it's okay. Let me have a look at the chat if you've heard it. It's a word used in the business world. Yes, yes, yes. Brilliant. That's lovely. So you've heard it. So a paradigm is the way we think, which is what I was relating to before earlier on. It's a thought process. It's telling you, your thought process is the one telling you you can't do something. You believe you can't do the tasks as you believe it, the way it should be. So basically, you are setting the paradigm within your thought process, telling yourself you can't do it. Now, I'm not just relating to picking up the phone, anything. I'm going to tell you a secret. It's taken me 3 years to do my classes online. 3 years. I was okay doing them face to face, but doing them online, I couldn't do it. But who was telling me I couldn't do it? Only me. But you've got to change your thought process, because if you don't change that thought process and start saying yes to the things that scare you, you're never going to move from where you are now. So this is why I want you to start trying to change. So this is the paradigm in you. So when you fear the having to go live, let me just move this out the way a little bit. It's only you telling you cannot go through with it. So try and change your mindset. Reset the paradigm within you. Add the new app, so to speak. If this was a phone, this is a new phone. If it was one of the old phones from when I was a little girl, still a phone, but completely different. So take the old one away and just put the new thought process there. And start telling yourself, you can do it. You can press that button. Because what's the worst thing in the whole wide world that's going to happen? Is the lightning going to come down and strike you? No. But that's part of our fear. It's the fear of the unknown that stops us from wanting to press that button. How do we smash those nerves? I'm not going to start going into mindset and all that. I'm not a mindset coach. All I am is an actor who's been through the process for the last 33 years. 33 years I've been doing this since I had my first daughter. So so I'm not a mindset coach. Like I said, I'm an actor. Smile, breathe, give it a go. You've got this. I'm going to tell you in a few moments how you can prepare yourself to have the comfort and the confidence to say yes. So an important change happens when the usual way of thinking or doing something is replaced by a new and different way. So that's where we're going to start getting this new and different way, okay? But before we do that, has anybody heard of the word glossophobia? Could you please put in the chat a yes or a no? And I've lost my chat. Aha, it's here. So let's see where we're up to with the chat. Anybody heard of this word? No, no, yes, no, no. Brilliant. There's a no from Carol. Okay. And a no from Caroline. Glossophobia is a fear of public speaking. Oh, Joanne, I've always got to press that and then press that. Okay, right. It affects 77% of the population. It's a fear of public speaking, and it ranges from mild nervousness from sweaty hands, a beating heart, the knots in the stomach, to mad panic that you're so fearful that you're in the corner and you're crying and you just can't do it. Believe it or not, a lot of entertainers, a lot of actors, a lot of musicians, people who present programs, they get glossophobia. And it's just another fear that's up there in with arachnophobia or claustrophobia. It's a phobia. So please Google it. And it is something that we all go through. Now, I'm going to tell you now, I was nervous before coming on here. I'm always nervous before whatever I do. And it's just natural. And it shows that you care. And if you're not nervous before you do something, then, whoa, you must be super person. But everybody is nervous before they go out on stage or before they go on television, before they film something. And like I said, 70% of the population is affected by glossophobia. So you are not alone in your nervousness to speak. Well, first of all, let's understand ourselves. Are we an introvert or are we an extrovert? We're all different. Like I said to you before, Rick, your voice tone's different to Penny's. My personality could be different to Nadine's or anybody's. We're all different. What makes the world go round. But we can change during different periods throughout our lifetimes. But we can stand in our own way as well. So let's have a change. Be like the caterpillar that changes into the butterfly. Honestly, however much I'm harping on right now about this phone, I was more worried about 2 years ago what my children would think, and I didn't bother. I didn't even do posts as much as I'm doing now. And I've decided I've got to move forward with the times. Let's all move forward and let's be the butterflies, and let's, get out there, flap our wings, and let's just go out there. And I've said that now 3 times. But overwhelm can also get to us, and that can stop us as well. It can stop us reaching our goals, and it can get to our confidence and knock down what we are trying to build up. Anything can cause overwhelm. Too much of doing something, having personal problems in your life. You can feel overwhelmed with anything. That won't just stop you going online or doing lives. It will just stop you from full stop. Well, all you want to do is go to bed for the day. So as long as you understand that you're not the only one going through all of this, then if you do go through overwhelm, take a break, step back, go out for 2 hours, go for a walk, do something, but get your brain away from whatever it is overwhelming you, because overwhelm can stop us from doing, not just picking up this phone or speaking, it can stop us from doing absolutely anything in our businesses, in our day-to-day life. We even say no to going out with friends. So as long as we can recognize what we're going through, that's a good way of understanding where we are and what we can do. Yeah? I hope I'm making sense to you. Am I making sense? Brilliant. So do you believe overwhelm stops you? I'm just going to pull up my little, problem is I can only see a few of you at one time. So just put your hand up if you think overwhelm sometimes gets in your way. Just put your hands up for me. Just do that so I can see. Yeah, it can do. It can do. But please, I just want you to know that when that happens, oh, Penny, you did it on the thing. Brilliant. Thank you. When that happens, we are human. Yeah, we are only humans. I don't want you to beat yourself up about it. So I've just got to get rid of this little bit again. So we're going to build our confidence from within. We all have life skills. We have life experience, and bringing the strength and wisdom into play. So we do have the confidence to say yes, to do what we want, and to get on that phone or that laptop or that Zoom and speak, or that meeting. We can do it. Remember that we can do it. I'm going to give you some hints and tips now from what actors actually do, because actors spend all their life when they're working. I'm what you class as a jobbing actor, which means I don't get much work in the acting world anymore. I'm doing more business now, which is the way I'm loving it. I'm using all my acting skills and making it into this business. So I'm going to give you some hints and tips. So if you've got a notepad, now's a good time to write down, but trigger warning, I'm going to be asking you to be doing something very, very soon. I just thought I'd let you know. Don't worry, nothing too taxing. As you can see on this screen, you've got a picture of actors with scripts in their hands, okay? So basically, when an actor goes in front of a screen, they've learned their lines. We don't learn our lines. We just come on and speak about the knowledge we've got in our heads. We don't have to learn our lines, because if we're coming on talking about our business, about a product we're selling, about a service that we're offering, about this special offer that we're doing, say for Black Friday, we know what we're doing. We don't need to learn our lines. But you might talk about something and go, oh, damn, I forgot to mention my new mascara. Oh, no, forgot to tell them about the mascara that I'm selling. I told them about my nail stuff. I told them about my eyelashes. I told them about the shampoo, but forgot the mascara. So all you have to do is write yourself a little post-it note or a little prompt note. And all that has to say is mascara. Something important that you know you want to deliver. I was at a talk at Nadine's today, and it was a lovely talk. But anything that you knew what you were talking about, Nadine, because there was times where you looked at your prompt and you looked up and you spoke beautifully. So when we know what we're talking about, we just need one word. We don't need to be faffing around through a load of cards or a load of scripts, because I have seen it done, and all I've ever seen is the top of somebody's head as they're reading out what they're saying. And if you're the experts in the room, if people are seeing you, you're meant to know what you're saying, but have a prompt. What's my prompt right now? My prompt are these slides. So as each slide goes through, that's my prompt. And I'm going to tell you right now, I kind of know what slide is next. It's all about hints and tips, but I can't remember what order it is. But I will know whatever it is I want to talk about is on the slides. So these are my prompts. Have it on a post-it note, or I was trying to do something to camera the other day, and I just wrote a piece of paper out with the 4 words, and I got a clip, what do you call it, a washing line clip, a clothes peg, and I stuck it to my tripod, and that's what I did. I put it in my eye level, and that was my prompts, because I had no post-it notes. So if you've not got a post-it note, write it on a piece of paper, get some sellotape, stick it on your laptop or your camera, below your camera lens. Plan, prepare, practice, and perform. So when you go out to do your business, you have to plan what you do. You have to prepare what you do. When you're going live, you can practice over and over again what it is you're going to say. So I've been doing this talk in my car. I've just been talking to myself as I've been going along. And now I'm doing my 4th P, which is perform. This is performing it. So what I did before, and I'm going to put something in my Facebook group. I took a picture of how I have this area. I tidied the area up. I've prepared the area. I've prepared what I'm going to say, because I've prepared the slides and I've practiced. But you can practice over and over again in a mirror, or like I said, talk to yourself as you're going around the house doing your hoovering, anything like that. but just be familiar with what you're going to say. And then that helps take the nerves away. So as long as you know what you're going to say, you've got a prompt there that you can just have a quick look. The rest will flow very, very easily. I said to you, all my pictures are mine, except for not one of them. This is the not one. This is a stock photo. So she has got a ring light. I would always say, try and light yourself well. Try and not be in the dark. If you're lit and people can see you, you can feel confident in knowing you're being seen. I've actually got now one of these ring lights just over here. But if you don't have a ring light, you don't need one. Do your, whatever it is, you're picking up your phone and pressing it, pressing that record button. Do it in the daytime. Do it when you're walking around in the park, or do it in front of a window. I'm saying window because that's where my window is. Plenty of times I've stood in a window and the natural light has come through. Not on a grey sky day though. That's when it doesn't work. But I'm being in Manchester, I need a ring light, but always make sure you're in a bright lit room or a bright lit area. And then you've got the confidence, then you've got your prompt, you're prepared, you know what you're going to say, and you know you're well lit. Okay. Here we go again with the post-it notes. And also there's something you really, really want to remember word-wise, and all you do have is a script. Get yourself a highlighter pen, highlight what it is you want to remember, and that line will jump out at you. So you're not looking through a million lines to get to what it is you want to say. So all these little hints and tips will help you feel more confident in getting out what you want to say more freely, and hopefully you'll feel more confident. Oh, there you go. There's my highlighter tip here. And there she is with little post-it notes around her phone. And that's all you need to do for those of you who are worried about what you're going to say. And if you are worried about what you're going to say, always remember your first line. So if it's, hello there, I'm doing a photography talk today about the moon, yeah? As long as you can remember, hello, I'm doing a photography talk today, the rest will flow. Just keep that first line in your head, and I promise you, the rest will flow. Now, getting yourself, when you are doing a live, getting yourself so that you are centered correctly. I have seen people do lives and they've had the phone down there, or they're looking down and I've seen up their noses, or they've got it somewhere and I've seen their ceilings. So for you to look like you are the expert in the room and you know what you're talking about, make sure you're centered on your phone. So if you can't hold it, you can either have a tripod or a load of books. You can position the books, put the top two slightly further back, for example, rest your phone against the books. Or I've got a nifty little thing that I carry around in my bag, one of those. You can get them on Amazon, and mine actually folds down. So one of those you can put anywhere. You can put it on a brick wall, you can put it on a tabletop, and you can open it out and put your phone on it. Can you see it? And then you can position it and talk. I think they're about £5-6 on Amazon, something like this. So then you've got your hands free. So you're confident, you're feeling confident. And what I'd love you to do is, when you are doing your lives, we all have emotions. We all go throughout the day, whatever's happened can get on top of us. You've been stuck in the traffic and you're like, oh my God, I've told my group I'm going live in half an hour. Oh my God, what am I going to do? You get stressed, or things can happen. If that happens, so what? Do the live in your car, pull over, do it in your car. There's always ways. Things are going to not quite go right, but try to not stress. Whatever's going on in our lives, we do have upset, we do have financial problems sometimes, or something's gone wrong in the house, maybe not one thing, but three things all in one go. And we do get stressed. Life throws a lot of lemons at us. But let's not get it in our way. Let's smile when we're speaking, because you can hear a smile in people's voices. So no matter what's gone on an hour beforehand, forget that. Get yourself ready, clear your area, get your phone. Either you're holding it or you've got it on a little nifty thing, or you've got it on a pile of books or a tin of beans, however you're positioning yourself, and just smile. And then tell them about your service. Tell them, do your live, do everything what you want to do. And then afterwards go, oh, then you can get back to your whatever it was that has stressed you out, or you might actually feel better once you've done your live. So it's quite therapeutic. I'm actually enjoying this very minute what I'm doing. And I can only see 4 of you. And I'm going to tell you now, one of the fears of speaking is through one of these is I've heard people say, you don't know who's on the other end. Well, I've got no idea who's watching me right now because I can only see four little screens and one of them is me. And I want to know that I can see myself because I'm checking, I'm central so you can see me. Not that I'm vain, that I want to look at myself, but I need to look at myself at this minute in time. So all these things we need to do make us fearful, but embrace it. Embrace it, honestly. And if the fear is something that upsets you, then do a little bit of deep breathing. Go for a walk. I actually went for a walk before in the woods round the back because I was wanting to calm myself down. So that's what I did. So there are ways. Okay. I'm going to ask for a couple of volunteers now. I'm just going to put this on. Let me see. I can't get any more than 6 of you on screen right now. All I'd love you to do is, if anybody would like to unmute and be one volunteer, I'm going to maybe ask for 2. Pick up an object nearby. So this could be my object, a glass of water. Pick up an object. Maybe somebody who's not been on their lives before, somebody who's never done this, somebody who's never spoken to camera on your own camera. You might have spoken on a Zoom, but somebody who's not. Pick up an object near you and just tell me about it. Tell us all about it. Who's going to do that for me? I can only see 6 at a time. Do I have any volunteers? No? I can see Yuli smiling. Any volunteer? Nadine, brilliant, thank you. And I'm glad it's you because you've never done a live, you said, or a record. So tell me about an object there, just for a minute.
Okay, this is my empty bowl that had my baked apple and banana in that I've just had for me tea tonight.
And what colour is it?
What?
What colour is your bowl?
It's glass, but it's very dirty now because I baked in there and it was full of apple, banana, cinnamon and honey all mashed together. So that's what I had after my dinner tonight. And my bowl still sat there on my table.
That's fine. That sounds very nice, that, Nadine. How did that feel just then when I asked you to just do an impromptu unmute and just talk about things?
I'm fine talking on camera. As you know, I did today. Talking in public doesn't bother me. I just don't like doing the recorded stuff. It's weird. I mean, I don't mind doing Zooms and I don't mind doing Looms and screen recordings. I just don't like talking to camera. I think it's because you don't know who's watching. So it's not, for me, it's not about, I don't know. I was talking to Hayley about this before. I think it's not the business community that doesn't bother me. It's friends and family watching. And it's that I think stops me doing it. And also for me, I don't like watching lives. I don't like watching videos. That said, I started watching TikToks, but no one I know, I don't follow anyone I know because it's my escapism.
Okay.
I don't know what it is. I don't like consuming content that way. I'd rather read.
Fair enough. Everybody's different.
You
Some
know,
people like to see, some people like to read, and some people like to be shown. Thank you so much for that, Nadine. I really appreciate that. Have we got one more volunteer? Anybody who would like to just pick something up? Yuli, is that a you? Lovely. Can you unmute, please? And just tell me about whatever object it is.
Oh my goodness, I'm really sorry. My mute button was like that way. Hi, I'm Yuli, and I've got this little penguin with a little hook, and I absolutely adore it. It was a gift from my son many years ago. I wear it on my handbag every day, and it has a little pull string at the back. And we're going to open it and unravel it into a shopping bag. How cool is that?
Oh, wow, you sold it to me. You've sold it to me. Thank you. That's amazing.
You're
Yuli,
welcome.
do you ever do you ever do records or get seen? Because I know you're a photographer, so you're normally always behind the camera. Do you ever go in front of it?
So I do hide behind the camera. There are two fears that I have. I work with models a lot of the time, and being behind the camera, I'm able to see what would look good on that person, the poses, the hairstyles. I'm very good at bossing people. Unfortunately, the only way I could understand what my models were going through was to put myself in their shoes. So I sent Joanne a picture yesterday, which is I had a photo shoot myself with wolves. I actually do a lot of photography with real wolves, and models come along and have photo shoots. And a lot of them are very, very nervous. And I thought, must be because they're wolves. Actually, it's not. It's being in front of the camera. And I only realized that myself when I had to go in front of the camera. And I hated it. And I really do understand how people feel now. It was so easy for me to bark orders and say, okay, and shift your head that way, and don't hide your hands behind your back, fan them out. And so yeah, I felt extremely nervous whilst I was having my own photo shoot. I hated looking at my own pictures, and I still do. I think a lot of it is to do with like Joanne was saying, with the AI, the times have moved on. I see a lot of the young generation just using filters and pouting, and I don't feel confident doing that myself. And then I see a lot of my models, they're not confident. They want their face smooth, no wrinkles. And it's important to have a certain image. And I think that kind of rubbed off on me a little bit, to the point where I don't like looking at my pictures. I'm scared of having my pictures taken. Also, just to say, recently Joanne and I went on a cruise. I was teaching photography, and we both had to walk on stage in front of 500 people. And I was absolutely terrified. I mean, I'm quite confident generally, but I was so terrified. I tripped on the steps going up because I was shaking inside, and I didn't even have to say anything either, and we knew we weren't going to say anything. And I just stood next to Joanne looking, okay, she's confident, maybe I can just pretend that I'm confident. And it kind of worked. It worked, watching her and seeing how she is, and her confidence rubbed off. But yeah, thank you, Joanne.
Thank you for that, Yuli. No, thank you so much. That was me dancing away. But yeah, no, thank you. That's lovely to hear how you felt being in front of the camera. So yeah, thank you, and thank you so much for doing that. Speaking about your penguin, I appreciate it.
I love him. I do have him in my bag every day.
Lovely. Thank you so much. Okay, so on that note, that we've had a little couple of people actually speak. So I'm just going to, right, so would anybody like to go slightly further than that now? Would anybody like to have a go? Can you see this? I've got this in front of me, hold on. Would anybody like to have a go at a 30-second introduction just to introduce yourself, why you want to go live, what your name is, what you do? Does anybody who's rather nervous, would you like to do that now? You don't have to if you don't want to. I'm just wondering, do I have a volunteer? But we don't have to if you don't want to. And don't worry, we're coming to the end of the class very soon. So let me just, do we have anybody who likes to volunteer? No? Just to say your name, what you do, where you live, that sort of thing. I can't see everybody because I'm going from, okay, Yuli again. Go on then. Just what your name is, where you live, what you do. That's it.
Hi, everyone. My name is Yuli. I live in London. I am teaching in a primary school Monday to Friday. We have very long holidays, as you know, half terms, and I'm also a professional photographer.
Thank you so much. That was excellent. Well done. How did that make you feel when you were saying that just then?
I hate talking about myself, and I hate looking at myself and my own photos. Generally, I'm okay to discuss topics that I know, like photography, and I'm equally good to teach children, but put me in front of adults, different story.
So that was a bit nerve-wracking for you. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, it's because it's about myself, and I find that quite not uncomfortable, but it does get my heart racing a little bit.
Well, you did very, very, very well. So well done to you. Well done.
Thank you, Joanne.
Do we have anybody else who would like to volunteer?
I'm happy to go.
Brilliant. Let me just get you, because I've got to that's it. Okay. When you're ready.
Hi, my name is Richard. Myself and my wife has a business in Bury, which is called Causalia, which is called after our three children's names, Leah, Cora, and Isla. I also have a full-time job, which is in hospitality, and that is providing EPOS systems and payment solutions to businesses right across from Manchester up to the Lakes.
Wow, brilliant. How did that feel for you saying that just then?
I think it felt like shit, to be honest, but I don't know how that comes across.
It did not feel like shit to me. Let's have anybody in the chat. Let's see. Can anybody just let Richard know how that was? Because I felt that was lovely. You got a gorgeous, smooth voice. And let me see, sounded great, sounded confident. It was great. Love the name Rick, very confident. And that is how you just came across, Rick, honestly. That was absolutely beautiful. And I don't know, because I've just put you on the spot very quickly. I've not given anybody time to think, oh my God, I've got to speak. So A, well done for volunteering. And B, if you were to do that on your own socials over and over, I'm not saying those exact words, but if you were to go on your own, that would come across so easy for you. And you've got a most gorgeous voice tone. It's colorized. And it really is. In fact, you'd be one of those people, if I wanted to listen to you, you'd make me feel so relaxed, because it's very calming. Yet you came across assertive with your business. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
One more volunteer. Pardon?
Thank you for the feedback.
You're welcome. Any more? Do we have one more volunteer? Anybody? All right. I won't ask for any more volunteers then. Let me get this out of the way again. Well, okie doke. So, we've just done that bit. So thank you very much for my two volunteers. So who decides if you go on camera? Only you. It's a yes or it's a no. Okay. So tonight we've had a little snippet of why we feel nervous. Remember glossophobia. Remember our own thought processes. Remember our own paradigms we've been set. It's all about changing it. And if you say yes, that yes can travel. I call it the traveling yes. And that means if you say no, it's a no, but boom, done. You just don't know whatever's going to happen. If you say no and don't do it, it's a bit like sliding doors. Well, what would have happened if I just would have said yes and just done that? What would have happened if I would have actually decided to do a live today? Because I've got a special offer on at Cosserley. Do I need to tell people that I'm doing a special Christmas dinner, or do I not need to tell them? Yeah, tell us. We want to know. If you're not telling us, you're doing a disservice to your customers. And let them meet you, let them see you, and they'll think, oh, he looks nice. I think I'll go there and get a Sunday roast or whatever it is you do. Yeah. Don't be like Blockbusters. Don't be afraid to change. Remember the Blockbuster story? We have to change with the times. And I'm not saying we have to go on live, but just try and at least, this is a whole other story, but you can do bits of things where you're walking and you're only filming your feet and you're filming around you. That's a whole other thing, which I've not got time for today on this masterclass, but that's other stories. But there's so many ways of being visible, but don't be like Blockbuster. Just move forward with the times a little bit. Don't be scared to adapt. Yeah? Scared to evolve. Let me move this out of the way. Embrace the change and own the change of the person ahead of the change. So when you become the person who is that bit more confident than you are today, yeah? How confident, if you were to do a live tomorrow, would you enjoy it? Yeah, you would. I'm sure you would. You might have palpitations beforehand, but then you'll realize, well, it wasn't that bad. And how would it be if you did one a week or two a week? And then where would you be this time next year if you are doing them? Who knows? I've got a challenge for you all, okay? So if you know me, I have the Confident You. It's the Facebook group, the Confident You, or my name, Joanne Lazarus, which is my personal Facebook page, but I've made it into a business page, so it's become an anybody Facebook page. So maybe tomorrow or the day after, if anybody wants to have a go at doing a 1 or 2 minute little to camera, like what Yuli and Rick just did, and you tag me, I'm going to put you into a competition, but I'm going to give you till Saturday. I'm going to write your name down of people I see. Please tag me. You don't have to say, oh, I've just done this masterclass with Joanne. You don't have to do any of that. Just tag me and be comfortable in what you want to say. Just your name, what you do, where you live, or anything, or what you did this morning, what you ate for breakfast. But just get it on and you will go in a draw. I'll tell you what you're going to get in a minute. Change the anxious you into the confident you, okay? Baby steps, that's all it takes. You just go one by one. If you only do 1 step a day, that's fine. You don't have to do, it's not a marathon. You don't have to all of a sudden start making YouTube videos. I'm only asking you to do one little thing if you can. And then what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to give you money, no. I just stopped on this one. I'm going to give the winner, and I'm going to film myself drawing your names out the hat. I'm going to do it online. I'm not going to do it online with one of those round things they all do. I'm going to film myself putting the names of the people who tagged me into a hat or a bowl, whatever I've got, and I'm going to draw it out. Whoever name I draw out, you will have a 1-to-1 with me for free. That is your prize at a date that we arrange. And we sit on Zoom, or if you live nearby me, a coffee. We'll even go to Starbucks, who knows? But a Zoom, and you have a 1-to-1 with me. I'd love to give you the chance to at least have a go. But don't fear that live or that record, because at the end of the day, it can make you some money. Yeah? Power the change. Be the super person that we all are. And I know you are, okay? So just so you know that I have done other things before here. I have done 1-to-1s. I've got some social proof of some reviews here. Like I said, I'm just using it also you can see, because I believe in seeing what is real here's me in a workshop surrounded by some lovely ladies, one of my reviews, and here's some more of my reviews, and another one-to-one lady. She's just over here, you can see her. And there's some more ladies, and there's me speaking with my laptop, and some more, just so you can see. And I'm going to sit down now, actually, if you don't mind, because I'm actually getting, my back's hurting me a little bit, so I'm going to sit down now. So I hope you've enjoyed the masterclass, and I just want to let you know what I'm actually doing. This is up to you if you're interested to or not, but ready to go deeper if anybody is wanting to learn more about growing their confidence. And if you wanted to work with me and get 2026 off to the most positive, confident start, I'm doing a 6-module live support course. It's going to be on a Zoom. It's not going to be a recorded thing. So it's going to be different modules with me, and we can all unmute and speak to each other and do exercises as we're going along. It's going to be interactive. Now, this is my founding price. When I say a founding price, this is my very first time I've been in a masterclass situation online, and the course will be the same, okay? So as you can see, even though I've done them before, it will be my very, very first. So because it's a founding course, I'm not going to charge what I believe it's worth, which is $750. It will be $295. This is one of the ways of working with me. There are a couple of ways of working with me, but this is what I'm explaining. So you would receive 6 modules plus extra bonuses, and that would be, because of the lower price, I'd be able to also use reviews and things by yourselves. So let me just get this out of the way. So I do have a sales page, which I'm going to put the QR code at the end of this, but it's 6 in-depth modules like this, but one-to-one with me. We would be in an exclusive Facebook group community, a private one, where we would speak and support, and I'd be in there with you. There'd be launch documents throughout the journey on the 6 modules as well, templates, giving you ideas what to say, giving you hooks what to say, and also help along the way how to be more visible on here with your reels and things like that. If you see my reels, I'm going to basically explain to you everything what I do, so you can do the same as well. And there's going to be a weekly drop-in session that's going to be open to anybody on my Facebook group, not just my private one, but there will be that as well. I'm going to start doing those on a Thursday moving forward. Now, I've got the bonus. If anybody wants to take up my offer of this before Sunday, if you join before Sunday, you get a free one-to-one with me as a prize, as an extra thank you. So if 10 of you join up today, then I've got free 10 one-to-ones. If one of you join up with me, I've got 1 one-to-one. So that's completely, however many join before Sunday, I will give you a free one-to-one. And also, if anybody joins before the 26th, you will be invited to a VIP Zoom on branding with your mobile phone, because we all need various pictures for our branding, but to go to a photographer all the time, sorry about this, Yuli, it's very expensive for us business women and men to have branding shoots all the time. So with your phone, you can just do it there and then. So I'm going to teach you all about that. And that is me. So if anybody wants to find me, I'm on Joanne Lazarus. I'm on the Confident You, or you can take a picture of this QR code. Get me, I've got a QR code. Yay. And this will take you directly to the landing page. So if you've all taken a picture, I'm going to stop sharing now. Have you all taken the picture? But I will probably send it out to you all anyway. So I'm going to stop sharing, and I'm going to come back to Zoom, stop share. And then that gives me all your beautiful faces again. Hello. So, yes, so I've not even seen everything in the chat. I need to actually see what's just been going on in the chat. If you don't mind me just having a very quick look. That sounded lovely. That was all about Rick. Great. It was great. And Succinct. I don't know what that word's meant to be, Carol. Do you want to unmute and tell me? Succinct. Succinct. What does that mean?
Precise, concise. Yeah.
I've learned a new word. Brilliant. Thank you. A very musical voice. Thanks, Joe. Fab webinar. Thank you. Need to go. Kids are calling. Thank you all so much. I'm just having a quick look. Yeah, Instagram edit reels. They're brilliant. I do use those. Stroll through your phone. Stop. Yeah, brilliant. Have an addiction to post-it notes. Brilliant. I love post-it notes as well. The ring light reflects badly on your glasses. Yeah, you can see mine there. So if I take the glasses off, you can't see the ring light, but you are right, it does reflect. So does anybody have any questions they'd like to ask me while they're on before we go?
Just in terms of the course that you've just talked about, will that be on a set night every week, or how does that play out?
So what I've done, if you were to go into the landing page from that QR code, it tells you what it is, and there are some nights, set nights. So it's going to be 3 weeks before Christmas, then a break for Christmas, then 3 weeks after Christmas, because that way we'll do them 3 weeks before, because I don't want a whole big wait till January from tonight. We start the course, have a break, and then we reconvene back in 2026, and that is your positive start to the new year. If you can't make the nights that I've written on the Facebook page, on the landing page, then I'd love you to turn up live, obviously, but they will be recorded. So you would always catch up. And then there's going to be the Facebook group as well. Those recordings will go into the events page of the Facebook group, so you can watch them at any time. But I'm going to be in the Facebook group as well. And there will be times, I'm sure, you never know, I might do the odd extra class or something as well. So it's an ongoing. So remember, I said this is the first time I've done it this way. So it will be, and my son keeps ringing me. Yeah, no problem. Hopefully if there's a replay, you can. And I don't know what the rest of it is.
Yeah, I haven't been able to see the QR code. I don't know if maybe I'm missing something on Zoom.
Oh, let me put it, I can put it back up again. I've got to, hold on, let me share it again. I think it's gone now. Oh, hold on. Can you see it?
It's just saying that you've started to share your screen.
Yeah, hold on. Oh. Okay, it doesn't want to do it for some reason.
Well, I'm sure you can send it out.
There it is. Can you see it?
Yes, can see it now.
So you can take a picture of that.
Perfect, thank you.
A pleasure. So yeah, it will be a personal one. It's not going to be pre-records. It's with me, so you can speak to me, and I can basically, as we're going along, like now, if you had something you wanted to talk to me about, I'm there with you. But it's going to go more in depth than what I've done tonight on the masterclass. There's only so much I can do in 90 minutes. But yeah, so that will be it. Anybody else got any questions or anything? No? Okay, hi Caroline.
You know, you're saying about going live for the 1 or 2 minutes to teach a tip. Do you mean like actually going live, or recording a video of you doing the tips and then posting it?
You can do recording the video and posting it. It's fine. I just say going live. I meant live or record. I just want to see your beautiful face.
Right. Okay. As long as you can see you there doing it. Right.
I just want to see you in action, talking, saying whatever it is. And I've seen you on live, and you do it beautifully.
I have done some
But we
lives,
don't do it all the time, and even I don't do it
No.
all the time because life gets in the way. But I just thought, for those of you who haven't done it before, or those of you who don't do it often, just give it a go, and you might really enjoy it.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
Has anybody got anything else you'd like to ask me? And I will let you go within 10 minutes, I promise. Hello, Susie.
Hello.
That's my friend. She just come on to support me tonight. Hi.
Hi.
You don't go live, but you don't. She's a teacher, but I keep telling her she's got to open her own business. She's a shopaholic, but she needs to sell all her jewelry. So when you do, Susie, you've got to start going live.
Oh, yes. Definitely.
Any more questions or anything? No? Okay, well, it's a shame. I should have taken a picture at the very beginning because few people have gone now. Can I just take a little picture? Is that okay? Just to prove that I did my masterclass, because obviously it's never happened. If it's not on a picture, it's never happened, has it? So everybody say cheese, smile. Lovely. Well, thank you so much for coming on tonight's live. I really appreciate you coming on. It's been lovely to see you. Rick, honestly, I love your speaking, and do it more. Do it more, honestly. It's there. And don't worry, whatever that person ever said to you, please try and get it out of your head. Was just that person's thought process, that person's problem, not yours. All right, everybody, thank you. I'll see you around Facebook, and I look forward to be tagged over the next 2 days, and let's see who's going to win a one-to-one with me. So, thank you so much. Goodbye for now, everybody. See you online.